Hello, 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 hello. Today, I'm going to be sharing some of my very favorite skincare. Well, actually, let's call it my beauty favorites. A lot of these products are for the skin, but some of them are for the hair. Some of them are to eat. And some are for when you're feeling a little nervous. So, all things that help me feel confident and cared for. And these are just the best. I keep these in rotation. Some items I have newly discovered, like this. And others I've had for quite some time. All of them I highly recommend, as they have given me great results. And to kind of preface this, I am in my 30s. I have very sensitive skin, prone to redness, and if something is too harsh, I don't keep it. I'll try to use it on other parts of my body or find a friend who can use it, but I really have to be careful about what I put on my skin. So, that sometimes means that I have to go searching to find things that work for me, especially since I live in a very dry climate. I'm always trying to find things that are moisturizing and don't strip away any ounce of moisture that I have naturally. So I find all of these to be very gentle, and if there's any exception, I'll be sure to explain. So let's go right in. First, I want to talk about these masks from True Botanicals. I'm such a fan of everything that True Botanicals makes. I love their oil, their face mist is my favorite. I'm actually out of it and I really want to get some. But the only downside to these products is they're quite pricey. But they're amazing. And right here I have the resurfacing moisture mask and the overnight mask. And the resurfacing moisture mask is a very fruity / almost apple cider vinegar smell. And you put it on for about, I think 2 to 5 minutes. And it helps resurface your skin. I find it super, super effective. There are other masks out there that are kind of have a cult following. I think the one that I see often, and the one that I have used before, is by The Ordinary. It's red, and it does a good job, but it's really intense. And I don't think it's really right for my skin type. So this one is much more gentle and doesn't leave me with a face that is kind of stinging. And then for the overnight mask, it's got kind of a fruity smell as well. Or actually, I take that back. It's more of a floral. And this is one of my favorite creams. If I feel like I need moisture, I get this on my face at night, and it's great. It just makes the surface of my skin so smooth and supple when I wake up. And after I use it, I wake up and I splash some water on my face and I feel like I'm good to go. So these products are amazing, and like I said, I love pretty much all of their products. I am basically at a point where I'm using some things that provide similar results, and I think that when I'm done with some of those things, I might just switch back to True Botanicals because I really like it. But I guess that segues nicely into this oil that I tried from RMS. It's called the Beauty Oil. There's not really a sound there. And this oil is really nice, very smooth. But I tried this oil because I ran out of my True Botanicals. And I wanted to see, I was looking at the ingredients list and I wanted to see if this one was similar. True Botanicals often has really like either floral or fruity smells to me, or I guess earthy in terms of like there's like herbal scent profiles, and I think for some people that's off-putting, but for me, I've never disliked their scents. I'm not a really big fan of like rosy smells, that type of floral. The True Botanicals scents just seem very pleasing to me. But anyways, I wanted to try this oil to see if it would be similar for a lower price tag. And I will say that this oil is nice. I use it on my face often, but I don't like it nearly as much as I love the True Botanicals, which is a bummer because it's a little bit cheaper. This one doesn't have a strong scent. It reminds me a little bit like a slight vanilla, but not even an overpowering. It's actually, very unscented. Very, very calming and clean. I use this oil on my face when I'm doing my gua sha, and sometimes at night if I want to put an extra layer after my other skincare. So I like this oil a lot, but I wouldn't say it's my absolute favorite. I think it's maybe a second or third favorite. Since I mentioned my gua sha, I'll go ahead and show this. This is my stainless steel gua sha that I use on my face and my body. And I love this tool. It helps break up some like really tight muscles, and also I feel like I've just started learning a little bit more about fascia underneath the skin, and I feel like this can aid in loosening up the adhesions of fascia, and it's just very calming. This one is actually somewhat new. I purchased this probably a few months ago because I had a jade one, but I'm so clumsy and I dropped it and I broke my jade one, so I knew I couldn't go without. That sounds really dramatic. I knew that I wanted another gua sha, so I started looking for something that was unbreakable, and I came across this stainless steel one. And I love it. I really like, just like the jade one, I will get a cup of hot water and I'll soak it in the hot water so it gets nice and warm, or I'll put it in the bath if I take a bath, and then I'll gua sha my face, and it's super calming and it helps kind of drain the lymph fluid around my face and neck. And also, this is a lifesaver for if you have like knots on your feet. You can kind of use it as like a scraping tool to be able to get those knots out. And it just feels nice, like even on my arm right now, it feels really nice to kind of like get the blood flowing. It's a amazing massage tool. And I got this, I had some Poshmark credit, and I bought this off of Poshmark. There was somebody selling it like new in box. So there's also people on eBay and I think Etsy that have different shapes, and they're stainless steel. So if you're clumsy like me, I would say go for the unbreakable. You won't be disappointed and you'll never be able to ruin it. What should I talk about next? Let's talk about this. This is the Paula's Choice 2% BHA liquid exfoliant with salicylic acid. I always love these sounds. It's like gentle water sounds. And I know that this product is like, has a cult following, and I can tell why. I don't use this often because my skin is so sensitive, but if I know that I have something coming up where I want my skin to feel exfoliated and glowy, I'll use it the day before or 2 days before to get my skin nice and prepped. I don't wear a lot of makeup, but I feel like if there is something coming up where I want to look my best and I guess like put a little bit more effort to look more fresh, then I'll use this 1 or 2 days before, and my makeup just goes on so nicely. I've done it some days where I'll use this on the day that I want to wear makeup, and it's fine, but it tends to promote a little bit of redness with my sensitive skin. So I just err on the side of caution and try to be really gentle to my skin. But this is amazing. If you have sensitive skin or normal skin, that always makes me laugh. This is a great product. I've even used it on the backs of my arms that have a little bit of keratosis pilaris, and it really helps kind of like exfoliate some of those bumps that honestly just like never want to go away. So this product rules. I love it so much. I highly recommend it, but if you have sensitive skin, go slow. What should we do next? Maybe more water sounds. This is rose water. And my best friend told me about this. It's very cost effective, coming in at I think like $3 a bottle. And she knows that I love face mists so much. I love face mists. And so she got me a bottle of this for my birthday one year to try out, and I just put it in a little spray bottle. And it's so calming and so soothing. And I love it. I'm not gonna say that I don't love other face mists more, but I like keeping this around in case I need to like pop some in a bottle, like I'm going out and I don't want to bring like a giant face mist. I have small like spray bottles. So this is great, and if my face is feeling a little bit inflamed and can't really handle a face mist with more ingredients, this is perfect because I know it's not going to really like upset anything. So I love this. It's wonderful. If you've never tried it, or if you find yourself buying the rose water that's in just plastic bottles that tend to be like $10 to $20. I've seen at Target like some brands that are so expensive. This is actually just as good, and you can put it in your own spray bottle and mist your face for under $5. Let's go with the other face mist. This is the grape water. It soothes, moisturizes for sensitive skin. And I think that this is just so calming. If I have used retinol the night before and my face is feeling a little bit dry and like it needs a little something, I'll do a spritz of this, and it helps to calm things down, and it kind of never fails. There's another face mist by Caudalie that is like more herbal and like minty, and I love that one too. But this is pretty much like, this is so gentle. It's basically thermal water with some like grape extract or something. So it's really, really soothing. And I just tried this. I saw it when I bought the other face mist by Caudalie, and I saw it and I was like, oh, I'll give this a try, and I like it a lot. I will say that like you could probably just buy a thermal water spray and it would be cheaper, but I do like this one. I think if I was on more of a budget like I am right now, I probably wouldn't immediately repurchase, but I do like it. And I only say I wouldn't immediately repurchase because I've got this right here. And I try to stay a little chill. If I allow myself to just buy all the skincare that I want, it could get a little crazy. So I try to keep things manageable so that I'm actually using the products. So next I'll do this little lip mask. I mean, this is a sample. I just like it a lot. I think like a lot of people like this, and I like this product right after I've maybe done some lip exfoliation, because I'll put on maybe a moisturizer with some peptides, and then I'll put this over top of it. It's really thick, and I like to wear it when I go to sleep. I'm not really a girl who wants to use this on the daytime unless I'm in a pinch, because it's a little much for me, for my taste. But I do like this product. It's like a little sample size, and I've enjoyed it. I am a sucker for a free sample, and I love these little receptacles too. I try to reuse them for when I travel with other stuff, so it's always very handy. Yeah, so this is the Laneige lip sleeping mask. What should I do next? This isn't beauty or skincare, but this is something that has been a favorite of mine for a long time. This is from Wooden Spoon Herbs, and it is called Anxiety Ally. It's a tincture, and I think that why I wanted to group it in with all of these products, these beauty products, is like sometimes in order to feel like your best self, you kind of have to tackle your mind. And when I need to feel calm and centered, I will take this when I'm experiencing anxiety, and then I'm able to feel more like myself. It's so helpful to be able to have something in my bag that I carry with me everywhere that can allow me to take things down a notch and feel more like myself. So I guess that's why I grouped it into this, because although it's not something topical or even that does any like physical enhancing to my skin or anything like that, it is super helpful for me to feel like myself. And when I feel like myself, I feel the most beautiful. So I guess that's why I linked this within these products. guess we'll see. So that's kind of a swerve, but this is an amazing product. It's made in, oh, I can't remember where it's made. If it's made in Tennessee or Georgia. It's a company that was founded by like a friend of a friend. So I've just kind of stumbled upon it because of people that I know, and it works amazing. It's like the best. If you have anxiety and you want to kind of stray away from pharmaceuticals, this is so helpful. So, another one that is kind of different. This is the Essential C's Cognac Jelly. It's vegan, gluten-free, and it has 2,500 milligrams of collagen and 50 milligrams of vitamin C. And it's by this company called Everyday's. I want to say that maybe they're a Korean company, but maybe I'm completely off on this. I saw that Costco was doing a sale on these, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to get this. I think I mentioned that I'm getting married soon, and if you have ever gotten married, or if you plan to one day, or whatever, if you're just interested, it kind of makes me feel a little bit crazy, like I need to be my most beautiful. And beauty has always been interesting to me. I've had a relationship with beauty to a certain extent. I think you can't really ignore it, but I've always been more interested in skincare than like the stereotypical glammed up beauty. So I saw this and I was like, oh, collagen, nothing can hurt, even though I haven't looked up any studies on like how much the body can absorb collagen through the stomach or whatever. But anyways, I digress. I just saw it and it was on sale, and I was like, you know what? I could have one of these a few times a week before the wedding, and hopefully I'll look glowy. And even if it's not because of this, I'll feel like I'm doing something. So, and this is peach flavor. It's very yummy. I recommend it. What should we do next? I kind of like when my rings touch each other, when I move my fingers. Okay, so let's do this lip color. This is one of my favorite lip colors. It's by Dior, and it's called Black Tie. It's Dior Addict Extreme 987 in black tie, and I'm very picky about lip products, and I never do a full swipe like how you see people apply lipstick. That's not really my jam. I guess going back to the fact that I'm not really into like glam, I'm more into subtle, natural-ish beauty. So a friend of mine gave me this lipstick, and I think it's discontinued now, but I'm sure there's a shade that's similar. And this lipstick is interesting. Maybe I'll do a little So you can see it's a berry tone. Let's see, where's the good light? A berry tone. And I like to put it on my lips and kind of dab it with my finger, just to give a subtle pinky berry glow. And if you do a swipe, it's much more intense. So I try to like not swipe, or do maybe like one very light pressure swipe, not as hard as what I just did. But I think it's a really pretty, gosh, I've actually never done this, so awkward, huh? It's a very pretty color. And sometimes I'll put it on my cheeks too. I like it a lot. And I'm really sad it's discontinued, so I try to use it and love it, but not like too much because I really want to have it. I don't know. Do you ever feel that way about your products where you're like, oh, I really just like want to keep this? I know it's silly. So that's this lip color. And I guess since I've already swatched, I may as well do my next lip color. This one I have been eyeing for quite some time. This is the Bisou Balm by Violette FR. I feel like this is gonna gain a cult following very quickly. I've already seen more people talk about this, but I don't know how I started following Violette. I guess like I really love her bold makeup. It's something that like I don't ever do, but you know when something's kind of different from you and you just like watching it. So I would watch her YouTube makeup videos, and she's like sitting at a cafe in Paris, and it's like so cute, and she's doing this like dramatic eye look. But she came out with a line of makeup and skincare, and I had to try this Bisou Balm. It's a buildable matte lipstick, and it's sheer, and it's so velvety to the touch. And I'll go ahead and show you, let's see, how I can see it and you can see it. So that's one layer. It's very sheer, very subtle. And then this is second layer. So it builds up. And then let's see, a third layer, at higher pressure. So it really builds if you want it to. And then you can kind of like I do, just blend it out. And it's like kind of the perfect sheer lip stain, almost like you drink a very delicious, bubbly, juicy wine and your lips have a little bit of that tint. I love it. And like the finish is gorgeous. I think like it's really fun to play with this on its own, and if you want just a touch of some shine, you can put a little dab of a lip gloss over it if you're going for that look. But I love this product. I tend to really like products that can be subtle, and this is like honestly so perfect. And it stays really well. Like I just kind of like smudge this a lot, but it actually stays quite well on the lips. The Dior has a lot more staying power, but I feel like it's a lot more pigmented. Let's see. What's next? Let's do this My Real Squeeze Mask EX by Innisfree. I don't typically love sheet masks because I find that they can be really irritating. like the packs that you can get. But this one, I was gifted this one, and she gave me 10 of all the same. This is the ginseng one, and this one is excellent. It provides such a nice, bright, calming glow, and it's perfect. I save these for like a day that I just like want to be glowy. So kind of how I said I'll do this like 2 days or like 2 days and 1 day before I have something coming up. I'll do this the day of because it's so hydrating, it's so glowy, and I don't think it's very expensive. To be frank, I don't really like the feeling of a sheet mask on my face. It's hard for me to relax, and I always like end up feeling like I want to be doing something else. like oh, I need to work on this thing, but I have this thing on my face, but maybe it's a really good practice to just put this on and like sit down and lay down with it on. So I recommend this. It's in the ginseng. I haven't tried any of the other ones from Innisfree, but I've had some creams from them and they're very gentle. So I think as a brand, they've never really like irritated my skin, which I like. We're winding down. I've got this. Oh man, I love French skincare, but you know I'm about to butcher this name, so I'm just gonna say this is the Cream Concentrate Moisturizer. You guys can see for yourself what it's called. It's the Latte Creme Concentrate. Y'all know I'm not French, so sorry to all the French people out there. It is kind of funny. When I went to France, everyone's like, oh, they're so rude, la la la. But you gotta admit, Americans trying to say French things that don't know anything about French is horrible. So I get it, man. But this moisturizer is very gentle. It's by Embryolisse Laboratories. Very gentle. I will say that I don't particularly like the smell. It's a little bit more powdery than I like. I'm actually like really averse to like powdery smells, and I also don't like that I try to close it really tight and then it just like clicks over, and you do it again and then it clicks over. So not my favorite packaging. I do like that it is in the aluminum tube. I love aluminum tubes. But this one is just fine. I mean, as far as like the top goes. And I think as a moisturizer, it's really nice. It might be a little bit too thick for my eye area, but I do like how gentle it is. I've tried other moisturizers like the Laneige water mask and like those kind of things, but something about those moisturizers, I'll put it on my skin and I get this stinging feeling. So I really have to be careful and get products that don't do that, because it's quite uncomfortable and just leads to redness. I wish I knew what ingredients were doing that for me, but this is very gentle and I quite like it. Yeah, my only critique is it's maybe a little too thick for around my eyes, and I don't like this cap. So not even like about the product, it's just this cap annoys me. And then, oh my gosh, that reminds me. Oh my gosh. There's a product that I forgot to put in here. 1 second. Okay, so I got the product. And it's kind of funny because this was the product that I thought of first when I was thinking about how to make this video and what products to include. So I'm happy that I remembered. This is a serum by the company Dew, and it's called the Deliverance Trinity Serum, which low-key has, like, their copy has a lot of religious or like words that are associated with religion, and my friend who's a copywriter was like, is this like a religious skincare organization? But I think they just are. That's like a part of their branding, so. Not that that would be bad, but you don't often see like language like this in skincare, so. Anyways, this is me rambling. This is a serum with cannabinoid complex, peptides, water lily, and niacinamide. And this serum is so soothing. I absolutely love it. I would say my biggest critique is it's $60 for 1 fluid ounce. So that is tough. This is my first bottle, so when it runs out, I'll probably have to wait a while to get it again because it's hard to justify. Even getting the first bottle, I was like, you know. Not that this other stuff is super cheap, but because I believe that True Botanicals is probably still the most expensive, but it's just hard out here for a lady who's trying to have nice skin and who's like somewhat obsessed with trying skincare products, so you know. Okay, what else? Oh, we can talk about this hair oil. I got this hair oil from JVN, and it is a pre-wash scalp oil. So before you wash your hair, just do some nice scalp massage with this oil and then go take a shower. And sometimes I will put this on my scalp before I go to sleep and put a headscarf on and then wake up and take a shower. It has hemisqualane, it's silicone free, vegan, color safe, and I think that there's some rosemary oil. Yeah, I find it very, very nice. Doesn't give any irritation to the scalp or anything, so it's very hydrating to the hair. I like it a lot. I just started using it, so more to come. I kind of noticed that near my hairline, all my tiny hairs, like I was worried that things were thinning, so I was like, oh, I'll try something with rosemary oil and just like work that into my routine. And I put it on my eyebrows too to like moisturize those hairs. I'm not sure if it really does anything. So out of all these things, I wouldn't say like run out and get this, you know, but I do like it. I like the ritual of it, and I do think that like it helps add some shine to my hair, and if anything can give me some time to just do a little scalp massage, that's nice, right? So this is the JVN hair scalp oil, pre-wash scalp oil. The final thing that I want to share is my absolute favorite. And I can't praise it enough. It is this sunscreen, and it's by a brand called Beauty of Joseon, and says Sun Relief Rice and Probiotics, SPF 50, P plus PA plus 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 plus. I don't know much about sunscreen filters, but I do know that there are new advanced filters that are available in Europe and Asia that have not been approved by the FDA, which the FDA, I think that our sunscreen could be vastly improved. A lot of American sunscreens really rely on older formulas that tend to sting, or they leave like a very strong white cast, which is not very helpful to anybody involved. So especially people who like maybe want to put some makeup on over it, or just look like their skin isn't ghost white. So this sunscreen is my favorite, and I saved it for last because best for last always. And I've already reordered. I've already placed another order for the sunscreen. It's that good. I was like, I want to use this up. It's okay. I'm getting so excited talking about this. So the price is great. I'm somebody who has in the past spent like $60 on a sunscreen because I'm like, well, if I like it, at least I'll wear it. But then the problem is, to get the accurate amount of sun protection, you have to put like something crazy like 2 teaspoons, or I don't know. There's a measurement out there. It's a lot more than you think, basically. Or a teaspoon. I don't know. I'm getting camera shy and I can't find the right measurement in my head because I'm a little nervous. But it's much more than you think. And so to find a product that goes on so nicely, just so nicely, and that it's not super expensive, and makeup looks great over it, is amazing. Also, it doesn't sting your eyes, and I'll show you how it looks. So this is it on my skin. Oops. Let's get you back on there. And it rubs in so nicely. It's liquidy. Guys, it's just perfect. It's everything I've ever wanted in a sunscreen. And like, look, no white cast. It's got a dewy finish that eventually sinks in so you don't look greasy. It's fantastic. Highly recommend it. I wish I was sponsored by any of this stuff, but I'm totally not. They're just things that I absolutely love. And I'm gonna close out this video because I can hear my neighbor moving around